The 2020 Ford Edge Titanium. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds on our different Ford and Lincoln models specific to the trim. Just like this Titanium, we're going to cover all the standard equipment, optional equipment, different packages, standalone options, everything in this video, and we'll even include some timestamps and prices down in the description. So definitely check that out. If you like videos like this, you may think about going ahead and hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel with this great Ford and Lincoln content and these walk around videos. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So we're going to dive right in and cover this, all the equipment on this. We'll start by talking about some safety features and other features like that. If you do at any time in this video decide you like and maybe you want to work with us as a dealership, we do free shipping. Have more information at the end of the video. So that's going to be also listed in timestamp. So at any time you decide you want to maybe work with us as a dealer, you can go ahead and click on that timestamp and move that back, and you can see a little more information on how our free shipping works. I like to start all these out with talking about some safety features. So if you've watched any of the other Edge videos, this has all the same safety features as the other ones. You can go ahead and move to the next timestamp if you'd like to. If you haven't watched those videos, well, let's run through these real quick. We do have for the airbags up here, the driver and front passenger is going to have a dual stage airbag, which means it's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. There are sensors under those seats, so it dictates and knows what size airbag to deploy if you have that front collision. Also, you're going to get a driver and front passenger knee airbag. So even the front passenger is going to get that. A lot of vehicles don't always have that. It's going to be integrated into the glove box, and it's going to deploy down and protect those knees from any front collision as well. Here on this side, you're going to get the driver and front passenger will get side impact airbag. It's going to deploy that airbag from the side of that seat from any side collision. Also have safety canopy airbag. So that's going to come down. It has a rollover sensor as well. So that way if the vehicle is going to roll over, deploy those airbags down. You're seeing a clip from an Explorer just as an example of what that might look like on the vehicle to protect everyone from any kind of rollover situation. Now this does have advanced track with roll stability control, so hopefully it doesn't happen. And advanced track is going to use a series of brakes around the vehicle, so if you go on a curve a little too fast or maybe it's slick out, it's going to help you keep you on your intended path and not have that rollover situation. If you do happen to get in an accident, you're off the road, there is SOS post-crash alert system that's going to honk the horns and flash the lights so people can come to your safety a little faster. Also, you're going to get 911 assist, that if you do have a major collision, airbags deploy, 911 will call directly into the vehicle and ask if you need someone to come to your assistance. If you don't answer, then they'll probably send someone to your location. So really nice how that all works together to really protect everyone in the vehicle. Also, for those kids in the back, if you are afraid they're going to open the doors, you have these child safety locks on these doors. So I like how you can lock those out, so even when you have the vehicle unlocked, you maybe stopped at a stop sign or even at home, they can't open those doors and get out of the vehicle and harm themselves. Also, you have the latch system. Most vehicles have the latch system anymore, that lower anchors and tethers for children. That allows you to take those booster seats, those car seats, and buckle them down using the support down in the bottom that you can buckle those down to, as well as a tether that goes around to the back of those seats and keep those in there permanently, so you don't have to keep using the shoulder harnesses, which can fluctuate and only tighten up when there's an accident. Now you'll be able to use the latch system and know that it's anchored down real tight. So some great safety features here. A couple other features I want to talk about for the front collision, and that's your pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. Comes with brake support and a pre-collision warning there. What it's going to do is if you're going a little bit, maybe the vehicle in front of you is going much slower than you, or it's stopped and you're going and you may hit them, it's going to warn you with a series of, I think it puts a message now on the dash and a series of tones that you need to stop, and if you don't, it's going to initiate brake support. So the whole goal there is to lessen the severity of that accident or stop it, depending on your speed. If you're going like 40 or above, and may not avoid that accident, but will lessen the severity of that accident, and even has post-collision braking on all the edges. So if you do have that accident and you haven't hit your brakes, it's going to hit the brake after that accident happens or the emergency braking will probably take effect long before that. So great how that works together. If you're going slower speeds, it will sometimes even stop you in time. Just depends on your speed there. So don't just know that it's gonna, if you get in an accident, why did it not work? It works, it's gonna, you know, it's braking that as soon as it can, and depends on how fast you're going and how slow they're going, you may still have that accident. So keep that in mind. Also, you do have electronic power assist steering. E-Pass is what we call it. And what's great about that is it's going to make it a little bit easier when you're steering the vehicle at slow speeds. It's going to stiffen it up on the highways and faster speeds, so that way that wind doesn't push you from side to side. So I love how that works together, and it should save a little bit on gas because it's not gas powered, it's electric powered. So keep that in mind as you're driving your vehicle. Now, as we move to the front, let's talk about the performance and the engine that's going to come on these. Now, these are available in either front-wheel drive or the optional all-wheel drive. Both of those will come with the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. Only engine available in the titanium trim, and that engine is going to deliver 250 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque. Pretty good amount of power for that 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. In fact, they put that same engine in your Explorer, so you know that it's going to be able to, the Edge will handle it just fine. Also, with this one, you're going to get auto start-stop technology, which means when you come up to the stop light, stop sign, you press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. When you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it on immediately, even before you can transition over to the gas. If that's a feature you don't like, you can deactivate it for each trip that you get in the vehicle and start the vehicle just by pressing that A with the circle around it. You're seeing that in the image. It's back behind the parking brake there. You're going to be able to deactivate it pretty easily, and it's positioned just perfectly, so you don't have to, you know, it's not difficult to get to, so you can deactivate it at any time there. Now, your front wheel drives for fuel economy will get about 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 29 miles per gallon on the highway, according to Ford. Now, your all-wheel drive will come with, of course, the front wheel drive and all-wheel drive will come with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Your all-wheel drives will come with the paddle shifters included. So the paddle shifters are located behind the steering wheel, so you can shift it up and down using the plus and minus. I don't have an image off this one. I'll probably give you an image from the SEL video that I did that was all-wheel drive, so you get a good example where those are positioned. All you have to do to activate that is put the transmission in that S mode, and you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission. Comes in real handy, especially if you're maybe on hills, you're descending down from a mountain or something. You'll want to use that to downshift using that instead of your brakes so much. So that's a great advantage of that, or if you just want a more spirited ride. Also, the four-wheel drives will come with intelligent four-wheel drive system. So you don't have to do any worrying about any shifting or anything. It's going to take care of everything on the vehicle when it needs it in those types of situations. For fuel economy on the all-wheel drive, you only lose 1 mile per gallon on the highway. So it's going to be 21 miles per gallon on the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. And because of that, the reason that it's only one difference is because this has active grille shutters. So active grille shutters are shutters just like in your house. They'll open and close on their own. So slower speeds, they'll open up, allow for more airflow in. And on the highways, they'll close it up so that way you have a little more aerodynamics since there's some air coming up underneath, keeping it cooled off. So love how all that works together. Now, a couple other features I want to talk about. One with the windshield here, you do have a laminated acoustic laminated windshield and side windows when you go to titanium, which means it's 2 pieces of glass with a piece of plastic in between. So it's thicker. Also, it's going to make it a little bit quieter because that plastic should shield off some of that wind noise. So that way it's going to be even quieter than your SEL trim. So if you're trying to lean one way or another, that might be something to kind of put you over there. Also, rain sensing wipers will be standard equipment. So when you have it activated in your wiper settings screen, it'll go ahead and you have the wipers in their intermittent settings. You'll go ahead and when it starts to rain, it'll go ahead and start turning the wipers on. When it rains faster, it's going to wipe faster. So it'll just take care of everything so you don't have to change that. I love that feature, but you can activate it and deactivate it in your wipers settings screen in your instrument cluster. Also, windshield wiper de-icers. That's something you don't have to activate. What's great about that is when it's raining, snowing, and you defrost the windshield off of here, usually water gets on those wipers. They start to freeze up when it's cold out, especially driving on the highway, and then you try to wipe it and nothing happens. The windshield wiper de-icers will take care of that, should keep those defrosted, so they're going to be actually functional to use when you're driving on the highway. Also, you do have lane keeping system. Lane keeping system is actually part of the Copilot 360 that's standard equipment on all of your Edges. and that just allows for 3 features. One of them is a driver alert feature. That means when you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to alert you and let you know that, so that way you can be more aware and more alert. Also, you have the lane keeping system that includes an aid system or an alert system. Now what the alert system is going to do is if you leave your lane, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know that you've left your lane. The aid system will actually try to keep you in your lane. So if you get over to that line, it'll use torque vectoring and bump you and bring you back into your lane, trying to keep you in your lane. Now it does need to see those lines, and that can be also activated and turned on by using the left lever there. There's a button on the end. You just press that button and it'll activate your lane keeping system. Whether you're going cruise set or not, it's not dependent on your cruise control. It can even be set when you're in the city driving 20-30 miles an hour and help you with the lane keeping system too. So that's something to maybe think about always activating. Even in town, it'll make you more aware and help keep you in your lane. So that's a great feature there. Talk about the headlights for a second. We do have LED headlights. So low beam and high beam are LED. Automatic feature, which means when you have an auto setting, it'll come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. Also, the auto high beams work pretty similar to that. So the auto high beams, if it's really dark outside, there's nobody approaching you, it's going to turn those high beams on. Somebody approaches you, or if you're in a city light, it's going to turn those off. So that's also a feature you can activate and deactivate in the lightings section of your settings and your instrument in your productivity screen in there. You're also going to get LED signature lighting. It's going to light up at the top and come down. And what's great about that, that is going to be your daytime running lights. So if you want to have those on, very impactful during the daytime. You're approaching, those lights are turned off other than those LED lights. It looks real sharp as you're approaching vehicles. Also LED fog lights. So all LEDs up here. So LED fog lights housed right down here. Nice chrome accent here, as well as a high gloss black finish through there. On the SEL trim, it looks similar as that trim, but we had a black vehicle. So on this one, you can see the impact that it makes here on the side with these blue bumpers that are coming through here. The grille does have a nice chrome grille here with the gray inserts in the middle, chrome surrounds, very sharp grille. Having that chrome makes it pop in the front, give it a more luxurious look for you. Front sensing system through here, so as you're coming up, it'll alert you as you get closer and closer to items, can help out really pulling into garages, parking spaces to see how close you are. So it alerts you and lets you know as you get closer and closer to items. So you're going to have one on the back too, so you're going to pretty much have perimeter sensing around the vehicle that comes in real handy. Down here you can see molded in black bumpers, and then they actually added some color into the bottom part of that with that front skid plate. Makes that pop a little bit on the front, give it a little distinction. All of them have a little bit different color to it. You know, SE will be black, but it kind of adds some color to it as you go up to the upper trims like you will with the edge here. I think I've covered everything on the front. There's so much information, but I think we got it all. Let's move around to the side now. As we move around to the side, you're going to see the standard wheel is a 19-inch luster nickel painted wheel. So really nice design that you see on the titanium trim. You don't really see this as any even optional wheel on the SEL or SE. So real nice size, 19-inch fills it up, gives a nice luxury look to the vehicle. The mirrors, it's going to be molded in black under here, so that kind of protects it from rocks and different things. Body colored on the top, so in this case blue. And you do have LED turn signal indicators here on the outside, so that way people know you're wanting to turn. You have also security approach lamp that's going to light the ground beside the vehicle when you use your keyless entry or the intelligent access to get in the vehicle. Power heated glass on the mirror, so that way it's going to heat that glass, defrost it in the wintertime, getting ice and frost off of it. Also auto dimming driver side view mirror, so it's going to dim that mirror when cars want to pass you with those bright lights. It is manual fold though, so you can manual fold it in and out. And it does have your Bliss with cross-traffic alert. So Bliss is a blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to light up the cars over here on the mirror in the corner and let you know there's someone in that lane. It's not safe to go in that lane. As you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to put a light in the mirror from the side they're coming from. It puts a message on the dash telling you that too. And a series of tones that it's not safe to back up. So you hear those tones, you're not sure if they're coming from which direction. You can look on the dash, it'll tell you if they're coming from left or right. Sometimes they might be by you by the time you realize that. But it really comes in handy when you're backing up in parking spaces or even out of your driveways. Also, it's going to come with the intelligent access with push button start. So what's great about it, you just put your hands in a door handle, it's going to automatically unlock the vehicle, allow you to get access in and out of the vehicle. When you get out to lock it, you just press the ridges on the door, and it's going to lock the vehicle up. Also, we'll have invisible keypad entry over here on the side. So you swipe it, you can personalize your own code. There's a master code inside in the owner's manual. Going to the screen, you can change your own code, getting in and out of the vehicle. If you want to leave the keys inside, you can. Lock it up using the keypad, or maybe if you need to grab something, forgot to grab your keys out of the house, you can then go ahead and use the special code to get in and out of the vehicle that way. Or if you want to allow other people access to it, you can do that too. Now let's talk about some of the chrome appearances around it. You do have the chrome on the belt line as well as around the windows, kind of dresses that up. Also, you're going to see chrome accent on the body colored door handles too. So that's something when you see when you go from the SEL to the titanium. Titanium is the only one that has this nice chrome accent on the door handles. The lower molding is still going to be your black molding. That's really protects it from road, from rocks and you know, mud and that kind of stuff on the side of the vehicle, so that way it won't damage the paint on the vehicle itself. You see that with most of your SUVs. Also, typically you're going to see silver rails or side rails on these. This particular vehicle does not because of an upgraded package. We'll show you in just a little bit, but as a standard equipment, you will see the silver painted side roof rails on the vehicle. I'll give you an image off of Ford's website. Privacy glass in these back windows as well as the back glass. This keeps it cooler inside, looks nicer. We actually added window tint to the front windows. That will not be standard from the factory there. And then you'll have the easy fuel Kappa's filler door. So you just press it, opens up that door, a little bigger than some of the other vehicles. Gives you access in there, no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. You just open it, put the nozzle in there, you fill it up, and then put it away when you're done, close the door. There is a double door system in there, so it's not like people can easily get into there. In fact, you need to have the exact size nozzle you get at the pumps. In fact, if you need to fill it up, there's a little instructions on the cap that you'll need to use the funnel that's located in the back with your spare, and so that you can pop that second door open and still put gas in it using those cans, because the cans will not be the correct size to be able to fill it up. So real nice how that all works, and I think I've covered all the equipment on the side. Let's move around to the back now. So to move to the back, the spoiler will have a body colored rear spoiler on the top with a molded in black underneath with the center high mounted stoplight up there. It does have these high gloss black pieces come down on the side of the rear glass, which has rear defrost and a rear wiper back here. High gloss black accent throughout the middle with your LED tail lights here. So I love that those are LED too. So as you brake, as well as you have your tail lights on, they're going to be LEDs. It does have your rear view camera coming out of here with a nice chrome accent on there too. So they're going to be able to see as you're backing up. Also has reverse sensing, so you're also going to get alerted as you get closer and closer to items too. So that's a great feature to have, safety feature front and rear sensing system. Molded in black on the top part of this bumper. Back here you do have the silver rear skid plate with your dual exhaust. So great look to the back of the vehicle. Now this does have your power lift gate, and it does have hands-free. So I actually want to show you a clip of the remote. So you have an unlock, lock, remote start. Forgot to mention you get remote start with this too, as long as you're in close enough proximity that it works. It will let you know with a little light up there when the remote start is activated, and then you have your power lift gate here. Or if you have this in your pocket, again, just like with your getting in the vehicle, you don't have to get the keys out of your pocket to get in it. So it's just a straight kick here. You can do it's foot activated, so you just give it a kick. Straight kick in the middle and back. If you end up getting we'll talk about the tow package in a little bit, but if you do get the optional tow package, you would just go just to the left or the right of the hitch itself. Works just fine. Straight kick, don't wave your foot around, just a straight kick. Now this also will adjust up and down. You'll see it doesn't stop all the way to the top, so if I want it all the way because I'm a little taller, then I can press and hold this and that's where it'll stop the next time. So it kind of goes up to there. So if you're a little bit shorter and you can't reach that button, you can bring it down. You can go ahead and hit and press and hold this, and then it'll beep and it'll let you know that's where it's going to stop the next time when you open up the lift gate. In here, you're going to see a nice carpeted in the floor as well as those seat backs. So real nice look to it, pretty spacious as well. Lots of cargo room back here. You'll have an LED light to light it up. You also have a compartment back here. Usually that's where you're going to see, you have cargo netting that can be put back here. I think it's inside here. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but you have these loops that are down here. And then you have these hooks that come out from the side on both sides over here. So then you can just put the netting back there. Put the smaller things in there, basketballs, soccer balls, so they won't roll around in the cargo area, bugging you every time you stop and take off. Grocery sacks, that kind of thing. And then when you're not using the netting, you can put it there, or you can put it underneath. We're going to show you what it's going to look like under here in just a second. Also, those seats, 60-40 split bench seat will fold down. What's great about that is you can just press these buttons over here, and it's a power release. So you have one for the left, one for the right. So you just press the button, it's going to release the seat, and it'll fall forward. Gravity does the work. It does not power fold, but it's a power release for that. You also do have a 110 or a power point back here to be able to power if you're camping or something like that. You need to power some things up. You can use that power point back here. Now let's open this up. You can see underneath here it does have a cargo management system. That's where you'll see that cargo netting is in there. Also your funnel, and you can put smaller things in there like blankets, your jumper cables, things like that you want to make sure are in the vehicle, but they don't take up that cargo room. You can put it in here in this cargo management system. You also notice in there you do have a mini spare, so you do have a spare tire. If you get a flat tire and you want to change it yourself, you can do that too. Also, you get carpeted mats for the footwells in the front seat as well as the footwells in the back seat as standard equipment. I think I've covered everything here in the back, so let's go and move inside. Now moving to the interior, there are two different color interiors for you, a little different than the SEL. Instead of just the dune interior, it's called the soft ceramic. So a little different look to it, and this particular vehicle has the soft ceramic. So I want to show you that. So you're going to see some ebony environments throughout, is what they call that. So the top part of the dash, top part of the doors, armrest, console, and your flooring will be ebony. But on the soft ceramic, you're going to get the seats, the lower part of the dash, parts of the door are going to also be that soft ceramic accent or color too. So if you have the ebony, everything you're seeing with the soft ceramic will be ebony except for the headliner. That will stay in this soft ceramic color for your headliner going on up. So you're going to get leather seats. So sport leather seats in here, so full leather instead of the partial leather like you get with the Active X on the SEL trim. You will have heated seats for the driver and front passenger, as well as 10-way power adjustable seat, including your power recline, your power lumbar, and the seat cushion not only goes forward and back, but also up and down for the driver and front passenger. Back seat, seats 3 back there. You do have an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest, so those if there's no one sitting in the middle, they can enjoy the armrest with some cup holders. Also, you're going to get ducts underneath the seats, as well as there's going to be some vents on the console itself. Also, on the lower part of the console, you're going to see a 110 outlet and a power point, so you'll be able to power some devices back there in the rear seat. Here on the door, you have your power windows, locks, mirror switches, including auto one touch for those front windows. And you're going to get driver memory for 3 different drivers. That will memorize the position of your driver's seat, the mirrors, and your power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So now you're going to get that when you upgrade to the titanium trim. So it's going to be able to adjust it up and down, forward and back electronically using this little dial or D-pad over here on the left of the column. Also, speaking of that, you're going to get the easy entry and exit seats. So what that means is when you shut the vehicle off, the steering wheel is going to go up, the seat back, kind of like the steering wheel is right now. So that way it makes it easier to get in and out. When you hit the push button start to start the vehicle, it's going to move those into position for the last driver that drove the vehicle. If that's not you, you just press your number and it'll adjust everything too. Leather wrap, heated steering wheel. So you're going to get heated steering wheel on this trim. So the heated seats, heated steering wheel will be included in your remote start settings to warm the steering wheel up, as well as your driver's seat when you use that remote start. Here on the steering wheel itself, we have your cruise control on the left side of the steering wheel. This one's a little different. We're going to talk more about the adaptive cruise control in a different trim or different equipment group, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. But you're going to have your cruise control there, and then you're going to have D-pads up here. You're going to have 2 of them. The one on the left will control your left 4.2 inch productivity screen. You're going to have a dual 4.2 inch productivity screens here, and I do have a video on our YouTube channel under the how-to videos. I'll try to put that video linked down in the description if you want to check that video out. That kind of goes through this. The left one pretty much is going to all your display settings, your driver assist settings, your any of your settings with your lights, wipers, remote start, all those features will be controlled with this left D-pad and your left 4.2 inch screen. The right D-pad over here will control the right side, which is going to include your sync technology features like your phone, your audio, navigation if it has it, as well as I think your fuel economy is your fourth feature over there with that screen there. So that's cool how those work. And then down here in the lower part is where you're going to see your Bluetooth controls. Make and receive phone calls, some audio controls like volume, pre-settings for your radio, all those features will be controlled right there. So everything's really right here at the touch of your thumb. Push button start is just to the right of the column, just to the left of your climate control. And then speaking of that, you do have dual zone auto climate control, so the driver and front passenger can have 2 different temperatures. Also, it's going to, for your audio controls, you're going to have B&O audio sound system with 12 speakers, AM, FM, MP3, HD radio, Sirius XM satellite radio, all those features. Includes Sync 3 with the 8-inch touchscreen. It's the new Sync 3 with the blue back. So it's that 3.2 is what some people are calling it. So that way you can control your settings through there. You can control it's a touchscreen, so you can control everything. If you have nav, you'll be able to control it there too. We'll talk more about navigation. Navigation is not standard equipment on the titanium trim. And your backup camera is going to come into view in that full 8-inch touchscreen right there. And then also up here on the mirror, you're going to have auto dimming rear view mirror. So that dim that mirror just like the side one will. If cars are going to come up behind you with those bright lights, you don't have to worry about a switch. It's going to do it automatically. Up here on the overhead console, you're going to have a sunglass bin, so you can put those smaller items or sunglasses in there. Your lights for your interior lights will be positioned up here too, and there's some other switches there we're going to talk about a little bit later. On the visor, you're going to have garage door openers for 3 different garage doors. So any transmitters, garage doors, if you have multiple garage doors, you can use those instead of putting the garage door opener up here, and when you flip that down, it falling down your lap, you can program these buttons up here instead. So media hub here, you just press this chrome button, opens it up. You're going to have 2 USB ports in there. How those can come in real handy is if you do have the cords, you can plug those in. Then also it'll work with the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So that's how you would plug that in to use those interfaces with your Sync 3. Anytime you see a Sync 3, you're going to have the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So just keep that in mind if you're looking at different Ford vehicles, want to know if it has those features, it will have that. Also, wireless charging pad in here. It's on the bottom part, so just put that wireless charging phone down in there and it'll charge your phone. So pretty easy to do. Just put it in there, tuck it away, and you're charging your phone as you're driving, which is a great feature to have. Over here on the right side for the passenger, you'll have a power point over there. So you can power point there as well as one in the back. Well, there's actually 4 throughout the vehicle because there's one there, there's one behind the console, there's also one in the rear cargo area, and there's going to be one in this console we're going to get to in just a second. Here in the middle, you have your cup holders, of course. We'll have ambient lighting, so you can change the colors on those. There's, I think, about 6 or 7 different choices on the touchscreen that you can get to. It's clear on the end of the, so just keep swiping over on the settings screen and you'll get to the ambient lighting colors. And it'll light up these cup holders, the footwells, and your door handles with that ambient lighting. The rotary dial shifter here, so that's seen that for a couple years now. Your parking brake is that P right there, that's your parking brake. So no lever or anything, it's use that button right there. Auto start stop, we already talked about that. And then there's 2 buttons down here. The one on the right is going to be where you can shut off your reverse sensing system. So that would come in handy if you get the tow package and then you want to be able to back up to those trailers. That's where you'd probably see a benefit of that. The other one with the P with the steering wheel, we're not going to talk about. Standard equipment, you will not see that button there, only if you get some of the equipment groups we're going to talk about in just a little bit. For the console, you just pull this up. There's a little tray in here that's going to be removed, so you can put smaller items in there. Easy to move that. There's a power point in there as well as a compartment. You probably won't be able to see it in the video because it's so dark in there, but you can, it's pretty big size to be able to put some extra things in there right there, and then put that tray on top. You'll see slots there. That's for cords to come through if you want to plug your phone into the adapter there, but you do have 2 USB ports, a wireless charging pad, and one over there, so not sure if you'll ever use that one. and plus the ones behind the seat there. Illuminated door sill plates on these front doors, so you're getting in, it says the Edge right there. That's something, a nice upgrade when you go to this trim. And then the Ford Pass Connect. Ford Pass Connect is standard equipment, all the other Edges. I've talked about it in the videos before. If you've watched my videos, you could probably move on up to the next timestamp. But Ford Pass Connect is a way for you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. So within that app, you program your vehicle in there. You scan your VIN, you confirm it with your on your screen here when you turn the vehicle on, and then it connects your phone to the app. So that way you can remote start the vehicle from anywhere using the app. You can unlock and lock your vehicle from that main screen for that vehicle on the app too. And then you can even schedule remote start times, one of my favorite features. So you can schedule out any day of the week you want to, anytime. If you want to make sure it starts up every morning, you're good to go. If you want to make sure it starts before you leave work during the winter, you can turn those on and off at any time. So when it starts to get warm, you can shut that off, or when it gets really hot, you can keep it on, set your vehicle to set to auto to last setting, and it'll cool your vehicle off. So love that. You can also locate your vehicle. Benefit of that is if you go to that game, concert, something like that, and you can't remember where you parked, you can pull the app out, you can locate your vehicle and walk right to it. So great feature to have. Also comes in handy if you have people, kids driving your vehicle from time to time and you want to kind of know where they're at. You can locate them that way too. So it comes in real handy. It's not like active constantly going. It does need to kind of like, I think when it stops the vehicle, it kind of locates. It's more of finding the vehicle in those parking places. So I think the vehicle does have to be shut off, and then it'll show you the location when the vehicle gets shut off. And I think that's how that works on that. Also, your services can be activated through there, like your tire pressure, gas, whether you need oil changes, also in the services and support section. And then that's where you're going to see your owner rewards points too. So Ford does have a Ford Pass loyalty rewards. So when you first purchase a vehicle, you're going to get enough rewards points in there for 2 free oil changes. So pretty much covered for almost the first year. So great how that's going to work. And also every time you get your vehicle serviced at a Ford dealer, you're earning rewards points to use for accessories, more service, even purchasing a vehicle down the road. So that's how your Ford Pass works, and that's all your standard equipment. Let's talk about another equipment group that you might consider that we put on this particular vehicle. Now we're going to talk about an equipment group. We call this, all the standard equipment we've already covered is what they call the 300A, that Ford likes to call the 300A. Now we're going to talk about an equipment group that's called the 301A equipment group that includes a lot of features. This vehicle happens to have that package on it. So let's kind of cover some of these features. We're going to break this up into 2 parts, some exterior features and some interior features. Now the first one to talk about is your adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. So let's break that down. Adaptive cruise control you can activate and deactivate in your cruise control settings. And that way what it's going to do is when you have the cruise set, you can change the gap of how soon your vehicle gets slowed down. But if there's someone going slower than you and you come up behind them, you don't have to press your brake, it's going to slow you down to go the same speed as them. With that safe distance, if they come to a complete stop, you will as well. If they get going and they speed up, you'll speed up too. So you don't even have to hit your brakes in that stop and go type traffic. When you pass them, it'll resume back up to your speed. Lane centering also goes along with this. This is different than lane keeping. Lane keeping is, it's trying to keep you in your lane. It does go to the lines. Lane centering, when your cruise is set, when the adaptive cruise is set, that's when this is going to work. It's going to keep you in the center of your lane. That's the whole goal behind it, is where you don't even get close to those lines. So to keep you in the center of your lane. Also, you're going to get evasive steering assist. Now this can be activated and deactivated, so those that don't like this feature, they don't have to have this feature. But what's great about evasive steering is if you're coming up behind, if someone stopped in front of you and you can't, with the emergency braking or with your own braking, stop in time to avoid that accident, there's no one in the other lane, and you want to steer around it, it's going to assist you in steering more easier. So it's going to help you with that. So they've been using this in Europe for a couple years now. They've actually had this available in the Edge last year. For the first vehicle to have this technology on it. So that is something, again, can be activated and deactivated in your driver assist features. Also with this, you're going to have some upgrades to the headlights. Now you have adaptive LED headlights. And adaptive means when you turn the steering wheel, it's going to turn those lights. So it's lighting up where you're going, not just where your vehicle is pointing. So that's really great how it works with that. Also, these amber turn signals down here are going to be LEDs. So you're going to get this, what they're calling that, the blade. Looks real sharp. When you put the turn signal on, not only are these going to light up over here, but that blade's going to light up too. So that's going to be LED on the front, and that's an upgrade with this equipment group. You're going to get a front camera up here, 180-degree camera on the front. So you won't get the 360. What you're going to have is you're going to have a front and a rear camera. So if you're in drive or in your park, you hit that camera button there on the dash. Hopefully I'm showing you a clip of that. Then you're going to see that front camera up there on your screen instead of your backup camera. So great having that, so you can, as you're pulling in, not only are you getting alerted, you can also see in front of you as you're pulling into parking spaces. Also, you're going to get the enhanced active park assist. The Edge is one of the first vehicles to get this technology several years ago, and I recorded a video, so I'm going to try to have the video down in the description on this. Otherwise, it's in our how-to videos on our YouTube channel. Check that video out. It parallel parks the vehicle, does reverse perpendicular park, as well as park out of those tight parking spaces. It takes care of all the steering while you control the gas and the brake. So this is the, they actually had a first park assist, and this is the enhanced active park assist. There is a more updated Explorer has, and some Lincoln vehicles that is not this system. This one will take care of all the steering while you control the gas and the brake, and help you find those parking spaces too, whether it be on those one-way roads or the two-lane roads. Just turn your turn signal on and it'll help you find those parking spaces. So love how that all works together. Also, your mirror over here. You do have auto dimming driver side view mirror, and that's going to dim this mirror when cars come up behind you with those bright lights. So just like the one inside, you're going to have this over here too. So in my original clip, not sure if I edited that out or not, but I mentioned auto dimming rear view mirror standard equipment. It's because this vehicle has it on there and I saw it. But that is actually part of this equipment group. Now here on the interior with this 301A equipment group, you're also going to get some different seats. So the inserts are going to be upgraded to get these perforations. So earlier I showed you a clip from Ford's website on the standard seats because these are the upgraded seats. So perforations in those seats. You're also going to get cooled seats for the front driver and front passenger up here to go along with the heated seats. So you may have saw the climate control settings with the AC seat controls up here. That is when you go up to 301A equipment group, you're going to see the controls up there for the driver and front passenger for the cooled seats. Heated seats in the rear as well. So those two outside seats will get heated seats. You'll control those with the controls behind the console. So even those in the second row or the rear seat are going to have the heated seat in the wintertime, which can be really nice for them. Also, you're going to get upgraded with the voice-activated navigation system. That's part of this equipment group, so you're going to get the pinch and zoom capabilities, the Sirius XM traffic and travel link to go along with that. I think earlier I didn't mention that the Sirius XM radio is a 6-month subscription for free. Then you have to get your own subscription. But with the XM's traffic and travel link, that actually is going to be 5 years for that, and then after that you'll need to subscribe to your own service after 5 years. So that's how that will work. And then also the panoramic vista roof. So the reason there's no side rails on this particular vehicle is because when you get the panoramic vista roof or this equipment group, it takes off the side rails because of the roof being black through those pieces there, so they'll need to take those off because they cannot connect it to the roof. So you'll get the nice sunshade here that is power, so it'll power back, give you that visible roof, and then you'll see that glass will pop up and move back when you open up the moonroof on top of that. So real nice, full big panoramic vista roof that's going to be standard equipment as part of this equipment group. Now we're going to talk about some different optional packages. Some of these available on 300A, some included in the 301 already, so we're going to talk about these. One I want to talk about is a Co-Pilot 360 Assist Plus package. Now this package includes some features that are already included in the 301A equipment group. That's why it's only optional or available on the 300A. So it's going to give you that adaptive cruise control with stop and go and your lane centering that we talked about as included in the 301A. So adaptive cruise control, that's going to allow you to stop when you're going slower than the person in front of you is going slower than you. You don't have to use your brakes so much. Include stop and go and keeps you in the center of your lane when you have that adaptive cruise activated and you have the cruise set. Also, evasive steering assist is also part of this package. just like we talked about earlier in the video. It's going to assist you if you can't avoid that front collision and you want to try to avoid that. It'll help with the steering assist, which again can be activated or deactivated in those driver assist feature settings. Also, your navigation. Voice-activated navigation is available on the 300A as part of this equipment group. I don't believe navigation is even optional any other way other than this equipment group. Gives you the pinch and zoom capabilities, the full 8-inch touchscreen navigation system with the Sirius XM traffic and traveling. Again, this package is available on the 300A. You don't have to get all the 301A to get benefit of these features. Now let's talk about towing for a second. You can get a Class 2 trailer tow package. It does require to have all-wheel drive in your vehicle, but it is going to come with your hitch receiver, a Class 2 hitch receiver with the wiring, and it's also going to come with the trailer sway control. Now this package is available in the 300 or 301A equipment group with those all-wheel drive vehicles. So now we're going to talk about a package. If you want to go all in, get that, and if it does require the 301A equipment group, then you can get the Titanium Elite package. And it's really more of an appearance package than anything. It's going to dress up your vehicle even more if you really wanted to go and let people know that you have a premium Edge vehicle. You can do that. Now what it's going to do, I don't have a vehicle with this package on it, so I'm going to give you some clips off of Ford's website. Hopefully that'll work. But what it's going to do is it's going to upgrade the appearance here on the front. So totally different grille. You're going to have chrome surround, but the insert is going to look different than on the titanium. You won't have the bars. Looks really sharp on the vehicle. Also down here, the bumpers down here in the lower part where that's molded in black will now be body colored. So actually it will be unique too. It'll look different, have some chrome accents underneath those fog lights across there, and just look totally different on the front of the vehicle. So great look to the front of it. On the side, the black molding over here will go to body colored with a chrome accent between the door or where the body colored would be. Between those, there's going to be a chrome accent that goes across there. So again, giving you clips from Ford's website. Also get upgraded with a 20-inch wheel that's specific to this package. Not available as optional wheel, so you're going to get upgraded from a 19 to a 20 with this package. The rear bumper as well is going to be upgraded. So the molded in black where the reverse sensors would be is going to be body colored back there. No chrome accent on the back like it does on the front, so a nice body color there. Inside will be upgraded too. So the door inserts are going to have Brunello with brick red stitching in the door inserts. You're going to also see some of the accent on the instrument panel be changed too. So different look to the instrument panel with some bright accents there. And then your floor mats are going to be upgraded. They are going to be have that brick red stitching and logos for your floor mats too. So dedicated to this package. So Titanium Elite package, again, only optional equipment, optional package, does require to have the 301A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about some standalone options. First off, we're going to talk about the interblock heater, which is available on a 300 or 301A equipment group. And if you live in a state that's cold and you want to keep your vehicle warmed up so it starts up real easy in the morning, get the interblock heater from the factory and you're good to go there. The plug will be down there in the lower part of that grill, in the lower grill there, and so that you can plug in using your own power outlet. Also the front tag bracket. Didn't mention it earlier, but it is standard equipment on states that require front tag. So Kansas is not one of those, so we have to order as an optional equipment, but it is a no charge option. So if you live in one of those states, you can still get a front tag bracket. I would suggest you do it that way because when it comes to the dealer, or when it's delivered to the dealer, it's not on there and the dealer has to install that free of charge. Otherwise, if you get it afterwards, you have to pay for the tag bracket as well as to have it put on. Wheels. Let's talk about that for a second. If you're wanting to put chains on your tires in the wintertime in some of those cold weather states, you can get the optional 18-inch wheel. It's an alloy wheel. It does require to have all-wheel drive, and so you can put the chains on there. Not available with the Titanium Elite package. Does require all-wheel drive, but is available on the 300 or 301A equipment group. You can also upgrade on the 300A only. Not sure why Ford did this. You can get a 20-inch with painted pockets for the 300A. So you can upgrade from 19 to 20s, but only on the 300A. Not sure why they did that. Maybe they're wanting to try to get people to get that Elite package on the 300A to get that 20-inch wheel, but really disappointed that Ford didn't think that through and make that available on the 301A, but that is an optional wheel for the 300A. Panoramic Vista roof is optional equipment on the 300A, included in the 301A. So you can get the Panoramic Vista roof with the power sunshade, the power glass that opens up. We'll also take off those side rails. Don't forget about that. So just like with this particular vehicle right here, but it gets you a nice Panoramic Vista roof without having to go up to the 301A equipment group. So let's talk about accessories. Accessories, all these are available on the 300 or 301A equipment group, and these are some things that can be ordered from the factory, and a lot of times we'll ship with the vehicle and the dealer would install them. They can always be ordered afterwards through your parts department and have your service department put some of those in. Some of them you can put in yourself. Now let's talk about the locking lug nuts. Locking lug nuts will replace one of the lug nuts with a locking one. So if you get the Titanium Elite package or the upgraded 20-inch wheels, you may want to protect those wheels. You can get the locking lug nuts on there. You'd keep that wrench in the glove box. You always have it in case you get a flat tire or in the back of the cargo area, you know, in that cargo management system back there. So that's a great something to add to that to protect those wheels. Also, you can get floor liners. Floor liners go in the footwells in the front as well as in the back. Actually, it's a mat that goes across the back to protect it from anything, you know, snow, mud, that kind of thing. You'll still get your carpeted mats, but then those would be thrown in there, and those again something you could install yourself. We actually ordered on this particular vehicle, so you can see those all-weather mats protecting the floor liners there. Also, you can get a cargo accessory package, maybe called the cargo protection package, but what it's going to do is it's going to give you a cargo rear bumper protector back there that's going to go on the back of that, hopefully protect it from scratches and drops on those rear bumpers. You're going to also get a cargo mat. Cargo mat should be reversible, should be carpet on one side and kind of an all-weather material on the other. So if you know that you're going to get it dirty, you can flip that over, kind of protect it without ruining the carpet or the carpet side of the cargo mat. Also, you're going to get a retractable cover. So what's great about that is you can take that in and out whenever you want to. Put it in there, you can retract it back, it goes into some slots in the back, covers that up so that way people can't see your belongings, and then you can actually retract it back in so that way you can still put things in the back and just pull that cover when you want to protect the belongings that you might have back there. Also, last thing I want to talk about is something you definitely, I think it'd be better if you order it from the factory, but can be ordered later and the dealer can install it. In fact, if you do order it from the factory, the dealer would install it anyway. We have one guy that does that for us. And that's the dual headrest rear entertainment system. Love the system. They do play separate videos, games, whatever it might be on each one of those. So it's the headphones for each of those gaming systems, and you can play your own DVD in there if you want to, or you can plug in a thumb drive with videos on it. You can even plug in gaming systems, and since there's a 110 outlet back there, you could go ahead and game, and the kids could play games with the different gaming systems using those dual headrest entertainment systems. So they're more than just a DVD anymore. They are an entertainment system for each one of those. So that's a great package to get. I think it's a $2,000 package, but if your kids will use it a lot, it may be worth it for you on those long trips. So those accessories, again, are available in the 300A or 301A equipment group. Now don't forget about the warranties. You're going to get a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty that'll cover everything but about the wheels, or the tires I mean, and the wipers and some of those regular maintenance. Otherwise it's going to cover about everything else. You're also going to get a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So powertrain is going to cover your engine, differential, drivetrain, those kind of things. And then your roadside assistance, that's a great one that a lot of people forget about. So if you get a flat tire, your battery's dead, run out of gas even, a lot of those things like that, you can call the roadside assistance and they're going to come and help you out. If you need to be, you're broken down, you need to be towed to the nearest Ford dealer, they'll do that as well. I think they cover that in pretty good distance there. So use that 800 number that usually will be in your owner's manual. Keep that handy in case you might need that. Now don't forget also, every one of our Ford vehicles are going to, on all Ford dealerships website, will have a window sticker that you can pull up. So find that on those vehicles. Ours sometimes is a little hard to find, it's right under the pictures, but you can pull up those window stickers, and it's a digital copy so you can see all the standard equipment as well as optional equipment. The reason I bring that up is because I've had people say that maybe our vehicle is overpriced versus another one. That's not always the case. Sometimes ours may be all-wheel drive with a couple different optional packages, 301A equipment group, and it kind of brings that price difference than if you had a 300A with just front-wheel drive, nothing added to it. There's going to be a big price difference there. So be looking at that, know what you're looking for, and pull those window stickers up so you can be sure what's equipped on that particular vehicle. Also on our website, you can see pictures on all of our vehicles as well as a VR experience. As well, it's an inside as well as an outside perspective on each one of our vehicles. So you kind of know what you're looking at, what you're getting. You can kind of mess around and look at those. Those are all recorded in this building here. So we do take a lot of pride in that. We have 2 people that do that and dedicated all day long, so that way you can get accurate photos and those VR experiences on all of our current inventory. Also check out our website. You can see our current website price. We price our vehicles very competitive. A lot of times invoice minus rebate, and the rebates are based on our zip code. So don't forget, I mentioned earlier about free shipping. This is where we're going to talk about that. We will do free shipping. So we live in Kansas, so it's pretty easy for us to go from coast to coast and deliver these vehicles for free. And the reason we do that, we're very transparent about it. We do ask you to finance the vehicle because, again, you know, just throw this out there. A lot of dealers may not tell you this, but when you do the financing deal with the dealer, then lenders will give the dealer a kickback because they're getting that finance deal for that lender, and they're wanting as many of those deals as they can. So because of that, we get that kickback. It covers some of the cost for shipping the vehicle. So the further out we go, it doesn't cover all the costs sometimes, depends on the price of the vehicle and how much is being financed, but we'll do that anyway because it's just a way for us to help out people. So we were able to deliver to 44 different states last year because of our free shipping policy. So take advantage of that. If you want to make sure you get a vehicle ordered the way you want it to, from a dealership that knows their product like we do here at McArthur, give us a call, send us a text message, let us show you how easy it can be. We can do everything online and have the vehicle delivered right to your door. So I think you're going to find that very convenient for you. So you can call the numbers on the screen, or you can even text. We have text available, and we even have chat service available. Our coordinators work here at the dealership and work real closely with the sales department, can answer all the questions you might have and help you out in the process of getting a vehicle delivered right to you. So take advantage of that. Also, if you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. That way you can subscribe to our YouTube channel with some great Ford and Lincoln content. We do some cool aftermarket stuff too, so check out our channel after you subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you haven't had a chance yet in the video, go ahead and smash the like button now. Let's other people know it's a great video. I'd appreciate the love and the support, and by clicking that thumbs up, it lets other people know this is a video they need to watch, especially if they're in the research for a Ford Edge and possibly looking at a titanium trim. This might be a video they need to watch. So go ahead and smash that like button so they know it's a good video and that they should watch this video. Don't forget, drop your comments down below. I love getting that feedback, even if you have nothing to say, even if it's to say, hey, I love this video, or if there's something I can improve on, I need to know that too. I can't get better without your feedback. And if I miss something, definitely want to know that. I will highlight your comment too. So definitely let me know if I missed anything in this video. But I think we covered everything as our complete guide here. Don't forget, you can find us on social media. We're at McArthur on any of our social media. Whether it be on Facebook or on Twitter or even on Instagram. So no matter how you like to spend your time, check those out. You're going to see our specials we have going on, any news we like to update you on, any Ford news, Lincoln news. We do have on Facebook, we also have a dedicated Facebook page for Lincoln. That one's going to be at McArthur Lincoln, but you can check that one out too. But check us out there and you can keep updated on what's going on here at the dealership as well as what's going on with Ford and Lincoln in general there. Also, don't forget, hope you really enjoyed this video and keep watching our videos. Check out our playlist too. We have everything dedicated in those different playlists for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, we'll see you later.